Welcome to At the Table with Chef Jay. The podcast where we believe that every meal has a story and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. In each episode, we dive into the nostalgic world of our guests' favorite childhood foods. From the confident aroma of Grandma's kitchen to the sizzle of a beloved family recipe. We're here to unravel the tales behind the tastes that linger in our hearts. Today's guest is Columbia-based farmer Bonita Clemon. She'll be preparing one of her favorite dishes, string beans and potatoes. Could you share with us the story behind the dish?
Yes, I would love to. And now, I also want to say that I'm going to say the dialect that my grandmother and we talk.
I love it.
You know when you go to school, they tell you to speak proper English. It was good English, or maybe it was just our own dialect. I'm not going to even call it English. So I'm going to, the way she and I talk.
I love it.
So every Sunday after church, both of my grandmothers went to church, and this is my dad's mom, and I called her Big Mama. Everybody called her Big Mama. So every Sunday after church, she would have the big cast iron pot. I can't find a cast iron pot that's that big, and she would make me string beans and potatoes. And so in today's time, I call it slow food because people don't take the time to snap. So me, you gonna snap it.
That's right. I love it, girl. And I tell you, I was brought up with this of snapping green beans and snapping peas.
Yes.
And I just want to say, I'm just so honored to have you as a guest. Number one, because we go back a long way.
Yes.
I mean, years ago, we became friends.
Yes.
And then we are female farmers. Bonita is a pharmacist, and she is going to tell you a little bit about what she does here in Columbia. And she also has the name of Food Tracker. So she traffic food to all of us in the community. And I love it. She even helped me with some food, guys, okay? I remember we had the Spanish tasting, and the corn that we did, we made Spanish corn out of. We got it from Bonita.
Yeah.
And also the apples. We made Spanish apple empanadas. She was the one provided us with all the apples. So I want to thank you for that. And I've got to take and tag her in that post because a lot of times I get caught up, I'm not good at posting. So when I post, I'm like, dog, I forgot it. But this young lady is the one that provided us with some of the ingredients for that Spanish taste. And I just want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for being a real sister and for trafficking that food to our community, which we so much need.
I do. Now I got that name because the young people like it for some reason. She trafficking stuff, food, yes.
Yeah.
Trafficking goodness and good health.
Yeah.
But
I
thank
want
you
to
too.
love and appreciate you because we need a sister like you.
Thank
a
you.
real sister that keeps it real. A real sister that provides us with good, fresh food. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. And the feeling is mutual because you always, no matter how busy you are, you always find some time. I don't know where you find this extra time.
Right.
I said I was going to talk like we talked when I was a little girl.
Okay.
I don't know where you always find this extra time, girl. And thank you for always being a sister and always coming. Now, Judy, you got to put another snap in there.
Okay, you see, that's the boss lady. In fact, I call her the boss lady. When we out there farming, she be having us dirty and being like dirt, and I call her the boss.
It's called being a kid again.
But she asked me to do something. I said, yes, sir, boss.
So, but I wonder now, really, how many people, we took a survey, buy fresh string beans and take the time to snap them.
Well, I am one of them, okay? Because that's what we like. We like fresh food.
I want you to ask your friends, do they sit down and take the time to snap beans? Because it does take time. Not a lot, but really good food, fresh food does take time.
I really got so in this convenient world that I just think that we should take time to treasure those memories and also treasure the food that our parents who grew up, bought us, grew up on.
And this is so simple. You just sit down, and sometimes you can do it. If you got a lot of beans, just invite your friends over or your children and sit down and snap and chat.
That's right. Have a good conversation like we have with you.
They got the little thing little kids on called Snapchat.
Yeah,
let them snap and chat on this. How about that?
You know what? That's maybe where they got the name from.
That's what they're sitting around chatting.
Yes, and I like that story that, Big Mama.
My Big Mama, she used to make it every Sunday. And again, it's a simple dish. It's just fresh green string beans. You know, I was trying to think today. I honestly don't remember either one of my grandparents ever opening a can.
Now that says something.
I don't
remember that either. I do not remember that either because my dad and his family also farm.
Or anything frozen. I don't remember that at all. I just remember food, fresh food.
Right, so now we're into this convenience world, you know. But let's get back to the basic guys and enjoy Snapchat, okay?
Fresh food,
snap and chat. I'm telling you.
chat. And have a good time.
I love it. I tell
We
you.
do everything over food, right?
Yes, we do.
Every time we gather, no matter what,
Right.
you know, I'm always gonna have some good food.
Yes, and that's what I love about her because when we get together and we're gonna farm, the boss lady works us, right? And then at the end, we had a chance to enjoy a good meal, which is
We get
treasure that time.
plant-based meal, and on of you, I will with your signature color, right?
Oh, thank you. That's my girl. I'm telling you, that's how we get along so together. Okay.
It says plant-based.
Right. Okay.
So plant-based. I'm not gonna say vegan. I'm gonna say plant-based
Okay.
because I don't do all the fake vegan stuff.
Yes, I don't either. If I'm gonna have meat, I'm eating meat. But if I'm gonna have plant-based,
yeah, I
I'm
don't like the fake stuff.
yeah, that's it. No,
So one of the things that I was doing, I was having water to boil as we were snapping.
Okay.
So now the water's ready.
Oh, well, that's
So simple again,
so
so simple.
and delicious, of course. We want
Just
them to
pour the beans in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my grandma used to use Crisco
Okay.
in a blue can.
That was back in the day.
Just a little bit. But before that, she would cut the fat back. It was like a big slab.
Right.
Nah, I wasn't gonna cut no fat. I don't eat.
She should have bought that fat back.
That would have fed it out.
I'm telling you, said no.
Right. But I don't
What
eat
that
it anymore.
plant-based?
I don't eat it anymore. But I do want to say that my
Okay.
grandmother, she would cut the fat back, and she would also fry that in a cast iron frying pan on a wood burning stove.
That's amazing.
She did not have an electric stove.
Yes, and that's what the podcast is about. It's about keeping those memories alive. And what was Big Mama's real name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. We want to give honor to Dorothy for being such an amazing Big Mama.
Dorothy. Oh Lord, she was such a beautiful Big Mama.
And that's
And she was a domestic worker. She used to take me with her to clean other people's homes. And as a little girl, I saw her iron sheets. And now if you iron your sheets, I'm telling you, it's a different level of sleep.
I bet that is.
I don't take the time to iron mine.
Yeah, because my husband, he's been big into sheets. We sleep on nothing but white sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be a certain thread, and it's just amazing. When I get in that clean bed, and nothing like it. So Grandma was on the
She used to
turnaround.
iron them though, and iron their pajamas.
So, and that's another thing we have in common. My mother was also a domestic worker, and she cleaned people's houses also. And that was one of the reasons and the inspiration of the podcast to keep those memories alive of our ancestors.
Yeah.
Their dishes, their stories. So I just love it. So finish sharing about.
So Big Mama wants these beans cooked a while, and she used to cook them for a long while.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
cook mine that long.
Right, we have a
I still have a little crunch.
Right, okay.
And then so I went on ahead and just cut the potatoes up. So these
Perfect,
are white
yes.
potatoes. Gotta be white, not red, not
right.
golden. White.
So you like the white? White's your favorite?
White.
Okay.
The potatoes.
Okay, gotcha.
So it can taste, kind of mimic how Big Mama used to do it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just, again, she would cut the fat back. She would fry it. And then once it's fried, she would pour that grease over. Oh, girl.
It probably had some kind of sizzle like to it when that water, that fat back hit that water.
Yeah, it was sizzle.
And that's what gave that flavor.
So now in today's time, I use avocado oil because I do put a little oil in it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. I just do.
And that's the same thing with us when we did collard greens. Back in the day, we used to do the fat back, and of course we, adopted a more healthy lifestyle. So we use avocado oil or olive oil.
Yes. So I always use avocado oil because it can take hot heat.
Yes.
And then I don't measure anything, you know that.
Okay, got it. Okay. That's all right. Believe it or not, all I guess, nobody has a recipe. We just write down and we're gonna figure a recipe out. Mm-hmm.
So that's how we do it. String beans. Well, actually, I let the beans cook a while.
Okay.
Maybe I'll say about 20 minutes, and then I throw the potatoes in.
Gotcha. Okay. And then what else you add to it?
And then in today's time again.
That's right. What did she add to it too? What she add?
Our Big Mama added was some fat back grease. That was it.
You didn't know no salt and black pepper?
At the end, she didn't do it while she never cooked with salt and pepper, but at the end we would do it. So I did bring us some fresh black pepper. But so now I put some onion powder in. Because I love salt. Let me admit that now. I love salt. I do. But again, to get that, to try to mimic and get that meat flavor.
That's right.
I use onion powder, and this is the magic sauce.
Right. She loved that liquid smoke, and I'm telling you guys, she made this amazing collard green salad. And it's almost like you can't stop once you start eating. But she has her secret ingredient, and we thank you for that.
Girl, I give y'all the ingredients. Yeah. It just don't taste like mine, but I give you the ingredients.
That's right, and that's one thing about that's what makes us so different, is that, you know, as cooks and chefs now, everybody have their own little secret that they do. And that's what it's all about.
But good food is a feeling. So people don't like to eat without meat because they don't get that feeling. This gives you the feeling that you're eating meat.
Right. And that's so interesting.
Because it gives you the flavor and the feeling.
Right, because I do cook with liquid smoke. But the problem won't be like Miss Bonita, I'll tell you that now, okay?
So this again is a secret sauce. So I use this, and I also use garlic powder. And sometimes I'll just cut up some fresh garlic. But I didn't want to have your place smelling so much like onions and garlic today.
We love it, girl, right now. But you know, that's so interesting too, I learned, with having, you know, guests come on and stuff. You know, our parents didn't use a whole bunch of seasoning. Most of it was, they know how to measure the right amount of salt, black pepper, and I think they use garlic salt.
But when you use neck bones,
oh, Lord, that's
salt
right.
already in it.
That's the season, I guess that's what it was, I tell you.
Neck bones, and I tell people now, when I cook, I still make it again, have that southern feel, that southern flavor and taste with the spices that I use.
Yes.
And that way I don't put in a neck, a foot, a butter good. I don't do none of those things.
Right, and it gets a nice good flavor.
But this still helps to get a nice flavor. You got Mystique or hickory, so this one is hickory. And again, it just, these seasonings make it feel and taste like Big Mama. Now, Big Mama was here with me. I don't know if she probably still would use her fat back.
Right, that's right.
And I would probably still eat it.
Yeah.
Because I love her so much.
That was so awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about you and what you do in our community, because she is a pillar in our community, and it's just so an honor to take out her busy schedule. When I say busy, y'all think I'm busy. She's way busier than me.
But I do tell people, Judy's the only sister I've met whose energy match mine when it comes to work. Because I can work from sunrise to sunset.
Yes.
And like today, I didn't eat yet. Because I was working. It's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. We should eat.
Right, that's right. Well, guess what? You're gonna eat a lot tonight, because we have all kinds of people. But tell us about you.
So about me, grew up on a farm. My grandparents on my mother's side, my maternal grandparents, had 18 kids. And so I'm the oldest of a whole bunch of 50-something, 60-something, who knows, grandchildren. And I would always go there every summer and play in the farm. Well, we played in the fields. It was really a farm because, I mean, how do you feed that many children? You can't even feed 4 or 5 nowadays because groceries are so high.
Yes.
And so I was accustomed to eating fresh food. Everything. They had every tree. Pecan, pear, peach, plum, whatever we ate, they grew. I mean, it was in their yard.
Right.
And so I was accustomed to that. Well, of course, I grew up, came to college in Columbia. Was in a bad car accident. Well, by this time, I done changed my traditional ways of eating. Eating fast food. The first time I had a Big Mac, I was in college.
Now that's.
And I only had 2 in my life.
Right.
And neither one was good. I only had 2 in my life.
That's
Didn't
right.
like either one.
Yeah,
That was because I was accustomed to 100%. Now, once a month, we did go to Burger King. Just once a month.
Okay.
Probably because we couldn't afford it. My mom couldn't afford it. But once a month. But other than that, everything was 100% fresh. So I was accustomed to that. But again, got to college, changed the ways I was living and eating. Eating off fast food and prepackaged food. And I was in a terrible car accident. Well, I wanted to feel good again because I was sick for about 5 years. And one day I said, I don't want to be sick again. And so I changed. The first thing I changed was the food and how I was eating. And I went right back to the way I ate growing up. And that was the #1 thing that changed my health status.
That's it. And I mean, it's really true.
And it's eating fresh.
Yes, it's really true that what you eat is what that body does, I'm telling you. And so the pandemic threw me off. I was all kind of tore up, numbers going up, gaining weight. And so
eating that
sugar. So I slipped into a depression, and I was binging on Netflix or eating sugar. And I got back to my lifestyle, and I wear my clothes I wore 15, 20 years ago. So it makes a difference. Whether we want to accept it or not, it's real.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And tell us what the way you actually get back talking about this.
I give back.
Very much, okay?
No, well, I decided that, I saw that in the farming space that it was all white men. No, majority white men, number one. Then men, number two. I didn't see a lot of women. So I said, let me start a little something. So I started a movement to train and educate and teach sisters, Black women, how to grow food in their own space for us so that we could create a new food system. So that we could have fresh food, quote unquote, natural and organic without spending a whole lot of money.
And she has created that. I'm a part of her farm team, pharmacist, and it's a group of amazing women.
First group.
Yeah, first group, and I love it. I'm telling you, she a boss now.
Now I gotta tell you, Judith's group stayed for 5 years. I was going 1 year, they stayed for 5. We just were so in love with each other.
Right.
So now I would have been on the 9th group, but I kept you ladies stayed 5 years, so now I'm on the 4th group. And each group just gets larger and larger and larger. So I have to I gotta figure out a way to have everybody who wants to join each year.
Right.
But again, it's a way of us learning how to, number one, work collectively.
That's right.
Number two, get back to nature. And number three, find another way if you want to create another stream of income. And you can do it all with food.
Right.
It's fresh food.
Right, with fresh food. So with her, being part of pharmacist, I'm what you call her herb lady. So I grow all of my herbs that grows in all of my catering, my charcuterie boxes. Now I'm into growing all my flowers.
Yes.
So all the flowers that we put, in our boxes, or even like have setups or meetings here, classes, workshops, or even event. I normally get flowers out of my yard, and I'm trying to get into growing that bigger and bigger. But the herbs are amazing because they give so much smell value to what we do. And I just want to thank you for being such a great sister. So tell us what else you want to know. What else you want us to know about you, and also how can we find you and follow you, and how can women sign up for pharmacists?
They can sign up with pharmacists. We have a website.
Okay.
And like you, I don't do a whole lot of posting, but I do have somebody that helps me.
Okay.
So thepharmacist.com, and pharmacist is spelled F-A-R-M, farm, A-S-I-S, pharmacist. We believe that our food heals us. So that's why we call it pharmacists. We call ourselves the original, the real pharmacists.
Right. And we are that for sure, okay? Because she works us pretty good, okay?
Getting back to nature, girl.
Getting back to nature.
Thepharmacist.com, THEFARMASIS.com. Please go there and put in your information, and you will get updates. You'll get a monthly newsletter, and then the newsletter will discuss our monthly Zoom calls. Every single month we have a call featuring a Black woman in the agricultural space. This past time we had a sister who has 16 acres of muscadines. 16 acres of muscadines, and she also has pecan trees. So each month is a different. This month we're going to have a sister who grows indigo and cotton. And she's a designer, so she wants to do textiles with that. But please join the movement. It's 10,000 Black women growing their own food and creating a new, organic, natural food system where we make our own foods.
Thank you for what you do for our community. You are just amazing. I love you. And she knows she called me to do any work. I'm coming.
She right there.
I'm coming with the boots on my head.
I don't know how you do it. With all the stuff that you have
You
going
know
on.
what? I tell people all the time, if I'm too busy for my family and friends, I have got too busy. And that is not a lifestyle I want. I want to be able, when my friends call you like me, call me, I want to be there for them. My family call me, I want to be able to be there for them. So you call me anytime because I'll be ready.
And you know I do call.
Yeah, so we're going to meet you at the table, and I'm going to taste these green beans, and I'm going to let you know how they taste. Welcome back, and we're sitting here with my girlfriend, Bonita. Before we try the dish, what does food and family means to you?
Food. Well, food and family together, it goes together. Just like peanut butter and jelly.
I love it.
I told y'all I like to do what I do at home. I don't keep my hands down. I put my elbows on the table and I get in it.
I love it.
But, my family have a really, really large family, and we eat together. Once a month, we get together and we call it Super Soul Sunday. So we have at least 5 generations. So it means laughter. It means sustainability because, with the intergenerations, we get to share. We get to hear grandmama's stories, and that's always a lot of fun. But yeah, support. We support each other, and we do all this around food.
How many normally you guys have when you get together?
How many what?
How many normally when y'all get together? How many?
When we
is it
get
normally?
together, it's anywhere between 50 and 100. But like next Sunday, it's going to be the last one for this season. We'll chill out for October, November, December. So it'll be probably a little over 100 on this Sunday.
Well, I just want to be invited because I love that. I love food, family, and I love sharing food around, people and just enjoying each other. I love that. Is there anything else you want to share with us about what you do? Before I try these green beans, y'all, I'm going to let y'all know how to eat.
Green beans and potatoes. One thing I want to say, we say potatoes now, but growing up we used to call them iced potatoes. I don't know what the ice
I
meant.
remember that.
But green potatoes, green beans and iced potatoes, which means white potatoes. Again, my big mama, I thought everybody had a big mama growing up. I just thought that's what everybody called their grandmother.
That's right.
But yes, every time, and everybody in the family knows that that's my favorite. And it's my favorite because she used to make it for me every Sunday after church.
Right. Well, guys, I'm going to tell y'all about these iced potatoes and green beans. Now, do you say green beans first or iced potatoes? Which one do you say? It doesn't matter.
Green beans first.
Green beans first? Okay.
Iced potatoes.
Green beans and iced potatoes. When I was growing up, that's what they called to green beans and iced potatoes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try it, let you know what it's like, guys. You're right. That is good. Give it that meaty
Food
flavor.
is a feeling. It's a feeling. And so it gives you that good.
And then she has this awesome tomato on the side.
Now, one thing about me, if I eat food and it's not satisfying, I'm still hungry. I have to eat until I feel good. Yeah, a few times I've eaten and it didn't feel good. I'm still hungry.
Really? Yeah.
Knowing I'm really not hungry, but it's a psychological thing.
Right. So you what you say, you eat a little bit, a lot, or medium?
I eat a lot. I do. Well, and my family, they laugh at me now. The way I eat, though, I'll fix a plate and I'll put some, not a whole lot.
Right.
And I keep going back.
So
it looks like she's real greedy. But actually, because I don't believe in not eating your food. What's on your plate? I just don't. Maybe that comes from going to third world countries.
Right.
However, I don't believe in waste.
Well, I think we have a lot in common. One of them is that we love our community. We love sharing, good, healthy food. And we love for people to kind of enjoy their own food, grow their own food. I love that. And then I like the fact that you share by giving our community food. This young lady, when I say she brings truckloads of food and feed our community, I don't see anybody that does it like you. A lot of times the food is just, come and pick it up. There's no charge behind it. So make sure you follow her on.
Some this Thursday.
All right, okay. What you gonna have this Thursday? What you gonna have?
This Thursday, it's called a Community of Healing. It's in your email, G.
Okay, yeah.
A Community of Healing.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Bring together those who are holistic care providers, farmers, and my friends.
I love it. Well, I plan on being.
Because I think over these next few months, we're gonna need some good food. Because it just heals everything.
Well, I will tell you this right, and she holds up to her name, a food trafficker. That's exactly what she is, and we love you for it.
Got a new van with food painted on.
And I got pictures with that van. Okay, it's amazing. Tell us a little bit about that van.
Oh man, that van! I originally bought it so that we could transport kids, and my Uncle James has been taking kids to swim lessons in it. And also, I bought it from a church. They said that their congregation was getting older; they didn't need it anymore. So churches, they pretty much keep the vans up pretty good, right? So don't have a lot of miles on it. But originally it was to do that, two things: to transport kids and to also transport pharmacists when we go and do things as a group. But it was gray and it wasn't cute.
It's cute now.
It's cute now.
Oh, I love it. I actually have a picture with that van. I'm gonna have to post it and tag Bonita in it because that van is amazing. I'm telling you guys, and I love it. I love what you do, and I love you, sis. Thank you for being amazing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for your busy schedule, just taking time to come, okay? She the one busy. We are sisters, friends. We love each other. And that wraps up another episode of At the Table with Chef Jay. I hope you enjoyed this journey through flavors and memories as much as I did. But before we say goodbye, don't forget to show some love, hit that like button, share the joy with your friends and family, and of course, subscribe.